Manchester United's £34 million target is much more technical than Zlatan Ibrahimovic. There are not many centre-forwards over the last 20 years who can maybe be considered to be much more technical than former Manchester United talisman Zlatan Ibrahimovic. But that is the claim now being made about a striker who, over the course of this week, appears to have become increasingly likely to end the summer as a Red Devil. Manchester United's pursuit of attacking additions reportedly resulted in a three-man shortlist being drawn up earlier this month. Ivan Toney of Brentford, Jonathan David of Lille, and Joshua Zirkzee of Bologna. It is the latter, meanwhile, who has stolen a march on Toney and David to become Man United's chosen Rasmus Højlund alternative. The Telegraph reports that United are preparing to trigger the £34 million release clause in his contract, with a proposed move to AC Milan stalling. Manchester United want £34 million Joshua Zirkzee. It's been quite the rise for Zirkzee. Just 3 years ago, he did not score a single goal during a loan spell at Parma, which ended in relegation. And while his former Parma teammate Simeone Iacoponi had no doubt about Zirkzee's potential, it is he who makes those Ibrahimovic claims. He's certainly been taken aback by the sheer pace of the Dutchman's emergence as one of the most coveted young forwards on the market. When he came to us, it was a special moment, says Iacoponi, speaking to Milan News. It was his first experience in the Italian league, and initially he had some more difficulties. But it was evident that he had important qualities, technically and physically. He was a player of the highest level. At Bologna, he found his dimension, more than anything thanks to the trust of the team and the coach. The qualities that were seen in Parma came to the fore. Honestly, no, I didn't think he would become a player wanted by clubs of this level. Or, at least, not at this speed. But the numbers are on his side. He has made important plays, and physically, he is a well-trained player who can still improve in his game choices. He can already be important for a great team. Much more technical than Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Those casting doubt on Zirkzee's numbers, just 12 goals in all competitions last season under Thiago Motta, are missing the point somewhat. The former Bayern Munich youngster is one of those strikers who brings far more out of those around him. See Roberto Firmino alongside Sadio Mane and Mo Salah at Liverpool. Man United will be hoping that, with Zirkzee dropping deep and opening up spaces, Marcus Rashford and Alejandro Garnacho will start to put up numbers reminiscent of Salah and Mane in their Anfield pomp. What strikes me about him? His personality. He is a player who is convinced of what he can do, adds Iacoponi. And it's a winning weapon. The comparison with Ibrahimovic? The comparison can be made due to their size and their movements, but Joshua is much more technical than Ibra, who was stronger. Ibrahimovic, meanwhile, is not the only former Man United frontman Zirkzee has been compared to. He has developed, also in his mentality, Kees van Wonderen, Zirkzee's former Dutch youth coach, tells Rondo on Ziggo Sport. The hard work, investing and playing a part in the defensive tasks of your team, he used to have much less of that. He didn't think that was important. Zirkzee lived for scoring goals. He, of course, has very important qualities in the final third. Scoring goals is his quality. I just made the comparison with Van Persie, adds Van Wonderen, who has since been replaced in the Heerenveen dugout by the man who fired Man United to the Premier League title in Sir Alex Ferguson's final season. When you saw Van Persie at Arsenal, he had a completely different way of looking at things. Javi Guerra's future at Valencia is far from certain. The 20-year-old midfielder, who broke onto the scene at the back end of last season, is attracting interest from some of the biggest clubs in Europe, with Manchester United and Juventus both reportedly keen on doing a deal in the coming months. At this stage, it is the Premier League giants that look favourite to sign Guerra. Relevo have reported that club officials have scouted him on numerous occasions this season, with Paul Mitchell, who is expected to join Man United's football department in the near future, said to be a big fan of the Los Che starlet. A deal is very unlikely to happen in January, as Valencia have little interest in allowing one of their key players to depart mid-season. They are well protected from any potential interest as Guerra has a €100 million release clause in his contract. However, Man United expect to be able to sign Guerra for €35 to €40 million in the summer, given Valencia's ongoing financial problems. Guerra would be a big loss for Valencia, especially considering the potential that he has. Unfortunately for Ruben Baraja and the rest of the sporting department, sales are necessary, especially when they are big ones. Man United receive boost in Dani Olmo pursuit. United may target Dani Olmo if RB Leipzig fail to qualify for the Champions League this season. The Bundesliga outfit could lose a host of players, but they are currently ahead of Borussia Dortmund on goal difference. Olmo has a release clause of around £51 million in his contract. Manchester United could be buoyed by an addition from RB Leipzig's squad if they fail to qualify for the Champions League this summer, with long-term target Dani Olmo potentially on the move if the East Germany outfit fail to finish in the top for this season. United have had a terrible season by all accounts, finishing bottom of their Champions League group, being dumped out of the Carabao Cup, and enduring a shocking season in the Premier League, which has only seen them pick up 49 points so far this season. Only an FA Cup win can somewhat salvage any respectability from the current campaign, and as such, fans are hoping that the summer transfer window can offer some reprieve. With targets being looked at, it's not known just yet who United will make the plunge for in the summer months, though a report from Germany has suggested that Leipzig will oversee a fire sale of stars in the summer if they fail to qualify for Europe. And one of those who could leave is Olmo, with a release clause in place should he look to venture elsewhere. Dani Olmo, Manchester United transfer latest. United are seemingly putting the building blocks in place for summer recruits. A report by Sport Bild has suggested that Leipzig could relinquish control of 4 of their stars if they don't qualify for the Champions League, with Olmo being one of them. The club are currently 4th in the Bundesliga, and are fighting for a top 4 spot, with Borussia Dortmund having seen Bayer Leverkusen already qualify, alongside Stuttgart and Bayern Munich sitting 7 points ahead of them with just 6 games left to play in the season. Leipzig are ahead of Dortmund on goal difference, but that could mean little come the end of the season should they fail to pick up positive results from here onwards. Should Dortmund pip them to the post, it would have a huge impact on the squad, and that would likely see Olmo, Xavi Simons, Benjamin Sesko and Lois Openda leave the club. According to the report, Olmo reportedly has a release clause in his contract worth £51 million, and he has attracted interest from United in previous years. With the Red Devils aiming to bolster their underperforming front line this season, for example, Luton Town scoring the same amount as the Red Devils this season, despite the Hatters being in the relegation zone, they need proven, international stars who have been at the top level for quite some time if they are to make a real dent in the top 4 and in years to come, the Premier League title race. Olmo has that in abundance given that he has made 144 appearances for the Eastern German side, scoring 28 goals and registering 34 assists since his move in January 2020, and with 33 caps for the Spanish national team, there is a sense that United should be targeting a player with both youth on his side and a wealth of experience. Dani Olmo would fit into Man United's starting lineup. The Spaniard's versatility would make him a great capture. United have lacked a general sense of authority going forward given their youthful attack, and Olmo would aim to change that from either behind the striker, or in a left-wing berth where he has excelled at Dinamo Zagreb and Leipzig in the past. Interestingly, ESPN's Rodrigo Faiz has previously suggested that Olmo likes Manchester and the English lifestyle. A natural creator, Olmo's 8 goals for his country and clinical nature whilst at Dinamo Zagreb shows he has a keen eye for goal, and whilst Leipzig have more natural goal scorers in Sesko and Openda, is still chipped in with his fair share of goals, with the club qualifying for the Champions League in every season that Olmo has been in their ranks. Bruno Fernandes would likely take the forecourt in the role behind the striker, having made that his own since joining United from Sporting Lisbon in 2020, but Marcus Rashford has become relatively inconsistent on the left flank again this season, and with Alejandro Garnacho and Antony battling it out to start on the right wing, Rashford and Fernandes could do worse than add genuine competition to allow United to qualify for the top 4 once again. Man United could go big amid interest in signing Leny Yoro. Manchester United are interested in signing Lille centre-back Leny Yoro this summer. Yoro's preferred destination remains to be Real Madrid. United are also in concrete talks to sign Bologna forward Joshua Zirkzee. Manchester United are interested in signing 18-year-old Lille defender Leny Yoro, but are yet to advance in talks to sign the centre-back, who is waiting for Real Madrid, according to Fabrizio Romano. The Red Devils are keen to bring in fresh names in the first summer transfer window of Sir Jim Ratcliffe's era, as they are targeting young talents with promising potential, including Lille's Yoro. The French starlet has emerged as a target for multiple Premier League and European clubs this summer, including Man United and Liverpool. However, according to Romano, Yoro is still waiting to pursue his dream move to Real Madrid this summer, as he could follow compatriot Kylian Mbappé to the Spanish capital. The 18-year-old has only 1 year left on his current deal with the Ligue 1 side, and he is unlikely to see out his final 12 months at Lille after guiding them to 4th in the league and achieving Champions League qualification. Lille are reportedly asking £50 million for the French prodigy this summer. It remains to be seen if United are willing to spend this much on a single player who may not yet be ready for Premier League football just yet. Man United appreciate Leny Yoro. Other clubs are keeping a close eye. Romano, speaking on his YouTube channel, says multiple clubs are keeping a close eye on Yoro's situation, including Man United. The player is waiting for Real Madrid, but other clubs are keeping a close eye on the situation. Many rumors on Manchester United. They like Leny Yoro, but at the moment, between Leny Yoro and United, there is still not something advanced on player side. The interest is true, so let's see if Man United decide to go big on that one. Described as the new William Saliba, Yoro is coming off a superb season at Lille. Despite being just 18, he was second in minutes played for Paulo Fonseca's side in Ligue 1. Yoro, who has been described as playing at an insane level, and tipped to be a future Galactico by analyst Ben Mattinson, is set for a busy summer ahead and could look to solve his future before the Paris Olympics, where he will be representing France after being called up to the squad by coach Thierry Henry. Man United in talks to sign Zirkzee. He is a top target this summer. Manchester United are in concrete talks to sign Bologna forward Joshua Zirkzee this summer, as reportedly manager Erik ten Hag wants the fellow Dutchman at Old Trafford next season. According to journalist Florian Plettenberg, the Red Devils consider Zirkzee a top target this transfer window, as United look to bring in another centre-forward alongside Rasmus Højlund. The 23-year-old impressed in Serie A last season, scoring 11 goals and registering 5 assists in 34 appearances for Bologna.